Welcome to 529 West 25th Street in downtown Vancouver. This charming Craftsman bungalow is so adorable inside. I can't wait to show you. Situated in downtown Vancouver, you can walk to the waterfront, shops and restaurants, downtown, coffee shops. It's really just in the heart of everything, in a fabulous neighborhood where people are walking their dogs and hanging out and everybody knows their neighbors. Come inside, let's check it out. This house features beautiful oak hardwood floors and fresh interior paint completely inside. Ceiling, walls, trim, everything on this floor has been freshly painted. It also has a bunch of new light fixtures and just some other updates to really modernize it and make it ready for 2026, but still retains all of the charm of when it was built. Look at these fabulous built-ins. They're so fun, so much great storage, but also just having this big, deep mantle, perfect for holiday decorations, perfect for everyday entertaining, plenty of room to put a TV above it if you wanted to, or lots of room on this wall over here for a TV placement too. So you get flexibility in this living space. And I love that it's big enough to have plenty of room for entertaining, but also still have the front door feel like it's kind of walking into its own entry area and not just walking right into the room. It just gives a little bit of separation of space, which is really great. The gas fireplace, super easy, flip the switch, it turns on, just gives you some ambiance on those cold winter evenings. You also have the formal dining room attached here. I really love these bungalows that have this layout, and we see this layout a lot where it's living room, dining room, kitchen. This one though is especially nice because you do have the bank of built-ins here, plus the big windows above it. And all of these windows are new vinyl double pane windows by Millgard. And if you know anything about vinyl windows, you know Millgard windows are just top-notch quality. So I love that the seller spent the money and put the quality into this house, really giving the vinyl windows a nice touch and making it so livable for the next owners. These built-ins are great, there's lots of storage, and it all has new hardware. It is matte black, which I personally love, but you have lots of room over here. The mirror just adds a little bit of classic charm and touch there. The other thing I love about this dining room layout is if it's the holidays, if you're entertaining, if you'd like to have big holiday get-togethers, you could always take the table and turn it the other way, and there's plenty of room to stretch out and add some leaves to the table and just have that big family gathering. So this is the perfect layout for everyday living, but for those special dinner parties, there's lots of room to be able to extend the table and give yourself more dining room. The house does feature an owned security system, so for added safety and security, there is an owned system. As we walk into the kitchen is so spacious and has so much cabinetry. This beautiful cherry cabinetry is just very high quality. We added new matte black knobs and pulls to everything just to once again bring it up a little bit for 2026. It has a Bosch dishwasher, and if you've never had a Bosch dishwasher, it is the best brand of dishwasher. People love Miele as well, but Bosch is just quality dishwasher. It's super quiet, it's pretty expensive, and it's just a really nice touch. So definitely worth checking out. And this one honestly looks like it's brand new. I don't even think she really even used it. Kitchen sink is a nice big deep single bowl stainless steel sink. I always prefer that over the two separate bays. So before going on the market, this seller got that prepped and got that ready. She also put in a brand new matte black sink faucet, and I love that it pulls down like this and just gives easy access. Gas range is JennAir. JennAir is a great brand of range. Lots of good power. You have the 4 burners plus the downdraft. And so you don't need to have that big bulky upper range hood because this downdraft will take care of everything. So it gives kind of a nice clean look. She has hooks for pots here. You could do that. You could do spoons or utensils there. Just lots of flexibility. And this house also does include a refrigerator. It's a nice quality refrigerator. I mean, same thing, look, it doesn't even look like she ever used it. It's such nice condition and everything's clean, crisp, ready to go. You also have tons of base cabinetry and these big deep drawers that are perfect for pots and pans, bigger appliances, things like that. So the kitchen really does a good job of being light and bright with all these windows, but still having plenty of storage and plenty of usability for people who really like to cook. Let's check out the bedrooms. There are 2 bedrooms on this floor, and then the 3rd bedroom is downstairs in the lower level. We'll show you that in a minute. This house also has 2 full bathrooms, one on this floor and one downstairs. The primary bedroom in this house is massive. I don't know, I think it was built like this, but it is so big. You have this nice sitting area in the primary bedroom with the built-in shelving, space for a TV if you wanted to do it, a sliding glass door. We'll go out on that deck in just a second. And then still room for like, this is a queen bed. You could easily put a king bed here if you wanted to. Tons of space. I also love how they have the ceiling go not all the way up. And on the other side of that's the closet. Kind of gives it a light and bright, spacious feeling, but doesn't close things off. All of these blinds are high-end Hunter Douglas top-down, bottom-up blinds. So you can get lots of privacy that way and really customize it just for exactly what you want. It's so nice. Same thing, still updated windows in here, and then let's check out the closet. It's huge. Tons of storage in here. I love that it's all been built out and customized. Lots of drawers. You wouldn't even need a dresser, even though you have so much room, you could easily have a dresser. But lots of space for kind of two layer of hanging shorter things or longer dresses. You just have a lot of flexibility in here and so much room. I would be so jealous. I love it. I always love when a primary bedroom has a private deck off of the bedroom directly. It's so nice, especially if you have dogs and you want to let them outside, or you just want to have a nice quiet place for a morning cup of coffee. This one is a nice, beautiful Trex deck that the seller's done. It's lovely, it's spacious. There's plenty of room for a table, chairs, things out here. We'll show you more of the backyard in a minute, but this little private deck is just a great addition to the primary bedroom. Let's check out the other bedroom. So the second bedroom, a little bit smaller, of course, that primary bedroom is just huge, but a very nice normal sized bedroom. We have it staged as a little bit of an office, but you have plenty of room in here for a bed, a guest room, a home office, whatever you need to use it for. You have a nice closet here also with some built-in shelves, so it just gives some good room in there. And then of course you have the big double windows, so you have a lot of light and brightness in this room. We're east facing, so you're gonna get some nice morning sun coming into this room, and it would just make a really great home office or guest space, depending on how you need to use the space. The full bathroom on this floor has a walk-in shower, as well as a cute updated wood vanity. We added some new hardware in here, so the new faucet, the new mirror, and the new lights, just kind of once again to modernize it a little bit, give it a little bit of a vibe, but still keep that classic charm. And it's so nice having a walk-in shower on this floor. There is a tub downstairs that we'll check out in the other bathroom, but for everyday living, it's nice to get ready in a shower, and so it's nice that this one has that. I love on tile showers when they also put tile on the floor of the shower. That's a lot more expensive installation actually than doing like a fiberglass or acrylic pan. That's a lot less expensive, but this look is so much more custom. It really looks nice. And honestly, at this price of home, it's not something I would expect. So it's just a little bonus luxury in this main floor bathroom. So it's so nicely done. These old homes, some things I love are when they keep original features like this glass crystal doorknob. That is so cute, so adorable, and definitely nods to the year of the home. Plus, it gives you some hall closet storage. You also have the linen closet, so you just have lots of storage in this house. And sometimes with these old bungalows, we don't see a lot of storage, so I love when we really see that pop through. Let's go see how downstairs feels. This house has a special bonus double kitchen downstairs, and I can't wait to show you. It's so cute. Now, before we get there, this little area right here is kind of a fun area. When the seller lived here, she actually had a little small bistro table that she set here. We decided for showings that was just gonna make it too crowded, and we chose to just show a bench. But you really could have a lot of space in this, and it feels very sunroom, right? Big tall windows all along the corner. It's the perfect place for a morning cup of coffee. So lots of options and lots of flexibility of what you do to the space. And this house really takes advantage of all the nooks and crannies. So like even up here where it's over the staircase, I have tons of extra storage. That's the perfect place to maybe put some holiday decorations or just things that you don't need very often. Maybe your bigger mixers and things like that you only get out at certain times, or bigger serving platters. So it's just nice when people think about that and don't just let, don't let it just be vacant space. They're actually taking advantage of it and making it useful. The basement in this house has a great ceiling height, just about 6'8", which is fabulous. You also have this, right as you get to the bottom of the stairs, you have this great laundry room. Wash and dryer are gonna be included on this one. They've done the epoxy floor, and I love how they did these panels from IKEA to really separate the space so that you don't have to walk down the stairs and see the laundry room. You can close it off if you want to, but it still makes it feel pretty open and spacious. Laundry sink, if you've never had a laundry sink, oh my gosh, it's the best thing, especially when you have pets, or just a nice place if you've been outside gardening to put muddy shoes, things like that. So I love that this house has this big, deep laundry sink along with some storage underneath it. You can just really never have too much storage, right? The towel rack on the wall gives a little extra great storage. And then this room over here, it's kind of a mess, but I'll show you. It's just a really good place to keep like all the paint, all the extra house type stuff that you have. I love it when a seller will leave the old paint, so then the buyer moves in and they want to do touch up, they want to do things like that. Everything's right here ready for them to go. And just this little like work storage room is a nice bonus, and you don't have to keep that stuff out in the rest of your basement. Okay, let's check out the kitchen. It's so rare that I sell a house with 2 kitchens. Now, sometimes there's an apartment in the basement or something like this, but this one is all set up for canning or big industrial cooking. And I love what they've done here. It just gives you some flexibility. My seller wondered if she should take it out. She actually never really used this space very much. And she didn't know if it was gonna be useful for somebody, but I told her to just leave it. It's just a nice bonus. Somebody can take it out if they don't wanna use it. But if you're like me and you like to like spread out and cook and messy sometimes, this would be the perfect place to do it. It's even wired for a stove over here. If you wanted to put a stove down here, you could, of course. So just nice bonus to have this. It doesn't really add any value to the house. Buyers aren't going to pay more for the house because it has this double kitchen down here, but it's a nice bonus. This lower level family room really has a lot of potential. You could do a lot of things. She was a single lady. She didn't use this space very much, so she hasn't done a lot. Okay, so this is the 3rd bedroom. It's actually incredibly spacious. It is a non-conforming 3rd bedroom because it doesn't have an egress window. The window over here would have to be larger and closer to the ground to be able to be an egress window to technically be a bedroom. So it would probably have to come down to about here, and it would have to be a casement window that opens out. That said, if there was a fire and I was in here, I could get out that window. And so for most people, they're gonna use this as a bedroom, and it's super big. It would make a great guest space and make a great workout space. There's lots of flexibility of what you do with this space. It's pretty echoey in here, so I think we should go out of this room. We also have a 2nd bathroom on this floor. I love houses that have 2 full bathrooms. That's almost always a criteria when I'm talking to buyers. They always say, hey, in an ideal world, I want 2 full bathrooms. Sometimes they really mean they want a bath and a half would be acceptable, like 2 full toilets, 2 toilets, but everybody always really wants 2 full bathrooms. This bathroom has a tile floor, which is nice. This, we did not do new interior paint on this, so this is kind of a beigey yellow color, but it's nice, it's charming, it's the lower level bathroom. And then of course you have the tub shower, so that way you do have a bathtub in the house and you could come down here if you want to have a bath. But mostly it's just a nice bonus, and especially if you're going to use that 3rd bedroom as a guest space, this would give that guest really kind of the private bathroom for themselves, and that would be really nice. So you have lots of flexibility with this floor plan as far as how you use the space. Let's check out the outside, because I love the outside in this house. I already showed you the deck, but as you walk out this door by the kitchen, you have this great stone patio. And I can just imagine vines growing up over this gazebo, having, dinner at the picnic table. It really gives a nice vibe, and it's super private because of how they gated it and fenced it. You have like this nice kind of side yard that's super private and easy to entertain. You also have some raised beds, lots of room for gardening. The previous owner had a bunch of strawberries back here and a bunch of other things. So lots of options. The exterior of this house is a hard coat stucco, which is a great product, and often it can crack and do things like that, but as I walk around, I don't see any of this. And the roof on this house is also pretty new. So one thing about it is you really would be assured of a kind of a good solid envelope of the house. Maybe you would choose to do some cosmetic updates inside at some point, but at least you know that mechanically and systematically, the house is in really good shape. You have the garage with the side access. So because we're a corner lot, you're actually accessing the garage, and there's a driveway there and room for your car to park there too, off the side street, not off of 25th, which is nice because it gives you a little better curb appeal in the front where you're not just looking right at that garage. I hate houses that you look right at the garage. Nothing special, but it's good storage. You could absolutely put a car in here. The seller did park her car in here, so there's plenty of room for that. And I love that it does have power and its own panel out here. Let's hit the garage door opener so you can see the driveway too. It's also got a garage door opener, right? That's kind of nice. A lot of these old garages don't have that. So there's plenty of room in the driveway if you wanted to park your car there, giving you easily 2 spaces off street parking wise. And then there is a little alley right here just for the whole block. But for this house, the alley doesn't really affect it because you're really accessing right off of Franklin. There is also some bonus storage I'll show you in a minute up over the garage. You can see how it's got kind of a big peak there. There's access from the back where you could put things up there too. So it's not very easy to get to, so it's things that you wouldn't want to use very often, but at least you have extra storage. Okay, that's the storage that you can open those doors open. You need a ladder or something, so I can't show you today, but at least there's some extra storage up there, really good for like, I don't know what you'd put up there, but if you wanted to put things up there, you could. You also have the tool shed so that you don't have to put things in the garage. Because the seller did park in the garage, she liked to have it a little bit more open, so she had this big tool shed installed. It's just kind of nice for like gardening, things like that. Gives you a little bit of extra room, a little storage. And then of course the raised beds give you some gardening space as well. And look, we even have like maybe daffodils coming up or something coming up. All this sun is kind of confusing all these plants. If you enjoyed this video, check out our video showing before and after improvements to this home. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.